In this video, I'll be sharing with you a tutorial of how to cut and sew this stylish cowl neck, palazzo or wide leg jumpsuit. So to start, I'll be making use of these 3 yards of fabric that I have for this dress. Now to start, I'm going to start by drafting the upper part first, which includes the shoulder to bust, under bust and waistline. Next, I'm going to mark my shoulder divided by 2 and I will come down by 1 inch. After marking that, I'm going to place and connect drawing my shoulder slope. The next step is to find your chest line, which is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5. Mine is 7 and I marked a straight line at that point. Mark back what you have on the shoulder, place your ruler and draw out a straight line. After marking that, I'm going to divide my armhole into 2 equal parts and I'll divide. Come in by ½ inch. Here I'm going to mark my bust circumference divided by 4, connect from this point to the ½ inch and all the way to my bust circumference divided by 4. Now I will mark my dart intake, and for my dart I'm going to start by marking my nipple to nipple divided by 2. My nipple to nipple is 7 inches divided by 2, which is 3.5, and I marked it at the bust, under bust and waist. Connected with a straight line, and at the waistline I'll be marking ½ inch on both sides. Then at the bust I came down by 1 inch. Now I'll go ahead to connect this. After I'm done connecting this, I'm going to now insert my body measurement for this pattern, but I'm still going to blend out my dart. I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4, add 1.5 inches for my sewing allowance. Mark my under bust circumference divided by 4, measure the dart intake, replace and add my sewing allowance. Here I'm going to mark my waist circumference divided by 4, measure the dart intake, replace and add my sewing allowance also. So after this, I'll just go ahead to connect my pattern. So after connecting my pattern, we'll now go ahead to alter it into a cowl neck dress. Now I went ahead to cut out the excess on my pattern, and now I'll place my tape and determine where I want my dress to start. So I'll be using -5 for my pattern. I marked -5. But after marking -5, I felt it was too high for the dress, so I came down by 6. That is -6 is what I used. So go ahead to measure yours and use whatever that is okay for you. Now I'll go ahead to cut out. I'll also blend in my dart at this part. Now to cut out the back, I'm going to measure out the zipper first. So I'm using 1.5 inches for my zipper allowance, so that by the time I turn it, I will have 1 inch left. Now I'm just going to go ahead to fold this from the armhole, and I'm going to place it on this paper. I'm going to go ahead to trace this out at the upper part by the side and also at the lower part. So I'll just blend this off and I'll go ahead to cut it out. Before cutting out, I'll mark ½ inch. I'm trying to get rid of my zipper bulge, which I'll extend this all the way to the upper part of my pattern, and I will be cutting this out. So after I'm done cutting out this part, we'll go ahead to draft out the cowl neck part of the front part of this dress. So what I'll do is to place this on another pattern paper, and I slash open for it to relax easily, and I'll blend it out. So after that, I'll just place it on my pattern paper and I'll cut out. So after pinning out, I'll just go ahead and cut from my bust a bit, then to the armhole area, and I'll open it. So remember, the more you open it, the more deeper it gets for a cowl neck. So I don't want a deep neckline, because what we have there is not so deep. It's just to give it a slight cowl neck effect, right? So that is what I'm just doing here. So I'll just open it up and I will leave about 5 to 6 inches, because I don't really want to use much, because the neckline of what we have is not so deep, and I'll go ahead to pin. I'll place my ruler on top and I'll draw out a straight line at that point. Then go ahead to trace out the rest of this pattern. Then I will cut this out. So let's go ahead to take the measurement for the trouser part of this jumpsuit. Place your tape from your waist, Now get the full length of the remaining part of your dress. For me is 38 inches plus 2 inches folding allowance, but my pattern paper is not enough. So what I'll do is I'll complete it on my fabric. Now what I'll do is to mark my front crotch extension, and to get your front crotch extension is your hip circumference divided by 16. My hip is 40 divided by 16. I have 2.5 inches, which I'll place my ruler and draw a straight line. Now if you don't want to calculate it that way, divide your hip by 4. Whatever you get, divide it by 4. If my hip is 40 divided by 4, I have 10. If I divide 10 by 4 again, I'll have that same 2.5 inches. Now I'll place my tape from the waist and I'll measure 8 inches for my hip point at this pattern. So after measuring that, I'll go ahead to mark my crotch. So to get your crotch is your hip circumference divided by 4. So if I divide it, my crotch is 10. Another method is to sit on a flat surface and measure from the waist to that flat surface you're sitting on. If I use that method, my crotch is usually 11 Now inches. For your jumpsuit, you're not going to use your actual crotch. You're going to add additional 1 inch to 1.5 inches. So now my main crotch is where I have this line, like this line now, but I added an addition of 1 inch to it so that I can easily sit with it because it's a jumpsuit. And you're going to join this to the upper part of your dress, right? I'll just go ahead and label as hip, crotch, and the upper part will be my waistline. So basically this is the measurement you need, and extend this to your front crotch extension. At the top, mark your waist circumference divided by 4. Now whenever I'm making a jumpsuit, I like the waist to match almost with what I have at the upper part. So for the sewing allowance, I'll add extra 1.5 inches at the waistline. Normally when you're making your trouser, what you need to add is just extra 1 inch, but I added 1.5 inches here just in case, to have like ease or allowance to the sides of your jumpsuit. Here I'll mark my hip circumference divided by 4. After marking that, I'll add half inch for ease and then 1 inch for sewing allowance, giving me 1.5. Now, whatever I have on my hip, that is what I will mark on my crotch. That is my hip circumference divided by 4 will give me 10. Extra half inch plus 1, which is 1.5, added to 10 inches will give me 11 and half. So I'll just go ahead to measure it properly and I will mark it on the crotch line. So next, place your curved rule, connect from the waist to your hip, from your hip to your crotch. Then we are going to draw out our crotch curve at the front part. I placed my tape this way, then I'll connect. So I went up by 1.5 inches and I connected this way, right? This will serve as a guide to draw out your crotch. Now the next step, I'll go ahead to mark all these measurements starting from the upper part all the way to the lower part of this dress. And after marking that, I'm going to go ahead to place my ruler and I'll connect it all the way up. I'm done marking. I'm going to go ahead to cut this out. Now I'll also use this to cut out the back pattern of my dress. So I'll go ahead to divide what I have here into two. I'll be slashing this open to get that full spread or flare wide leg palazzo for this dress. So I'll just go ahead to cut this open and I'll spread it on my fabric when cutting out. Then I'll just go ahead to cut out this side and I'll keep it. Now let's transfer this pattern to fabric. Remember that I said my pattern was not complete and I was going to complete it on my fabric. Now this is it. I added extra inches to it and I'll go ahead to draw out a straight line, right? So I just spread it out a little. I didn't want mine to be that big, so I'll just go ahead to cut this out. After cutting out, I'm now going to use this to cut out the back. So here I forgot to go down by ½ inch at the upper part, so I'll just chop it out a little on my pattern paper and slant it all the way up, then add ½ inch on top at the upper part of my pattern while cutting it, then cut out the sides of my pattern also. Now to cut this the back pattern of this dress, I took the front pattern and I placed it on another fabric altogether. So now what I did was to add about 2 inches in front of this pattern, which is my back crotch extension for the back. Now I'll go ahead to pin my pattern, and I'll just mark this out at the front part. Now in front of the back part of this trouser, I'll add extra 2 inches to it, and I will connect it, drawing out a curve. So after I'm done marking this, at the upper part of this trouser, I'll go ahead to add extra 1.5 inches plus the half inch that we are going to use to join it at the back, which will give me 2 inches. This is because at the back of the trouser you have a butt. This is for your sitting allowance. So after marking this, now what I'll do is I'll take my tape, measure the waistline of the first pattern, which is the front. Now whatever I have, I'll place it on the waistline of the back, and I'll go ahead to slant it in this way towards the waistline of that of the front. So from this point now, I'll raise up my front pattern and I'll go ahead to connect it to the hip of my front pattern. After this, I'll just go ahead to cut out, but before cutting out, I'll slant this down. Now for the front part of the back pattern, I'll add just 1 inch. This is because I don't want my back pattern to move to the front of the pattern, that is pop out by the front side of the trouser. In some cases, if you add too much allowance at that side, you're going to have that. Now what I'll do is to connect this down. I'll connect this down all the way to the lower part, and after that I'll go ahead to cut out. After cutting this out, we'll now go ahead to join our pattern, that is the upper part to the lower part of this pattern. I'll also go ahead to trace out this excess I have here, and then we'll now go ahead to join our pattern. Now this is the front part. I'll go ahead to join it with half inch, fold the lower part of the trouser, and after doing that, I'll move over to this part. I'll place my tape and measure at least 8 inches. Now I'll now stitch with half inch, then connect it to the lower part of this and fold the lower part of the trouser. Now let's cut the upper part. Here is my pattern and I'm adding half inch on top. By the side I cut out exactly. Now at the lower part of this dress, I'm supposed to add like a joining allowance, but I want the half waistline of my pattern to come up. That's why I didn't add a joining allowance at the lower part. I don't want the waistline of my trouser to go down or be at the actual waistline. I want it to come up by half inch a bit. I'm using the same fabric to cut out the facing of this dress. Now I made a little strap for the sleeve. So the sleeve we have here is not the actual sleeve we have on the dress, but I'm using a strap for mine. I'll go ahead and place this at this point, and I'll also place the other side, this other one here. Now I'll place the lining of the dress, which is also serving as a facing for this dress, and I'll go ahead to stitch it with half inch all the way around the neckline of this dress. So I'm making this with an ankara, so I had to like turn the full pattern. If I was making it with a crepe, I'll be cutting the facing together with the dress, but I'm making with an ankara, so I had to cut it separate, and I'll be joining it with half inch all the way around. Now after stitching, what I did was to go ahead to notch this. After notching it, I'll turn it to the right side, and this is what I have. Now let's join the trouser, the front part that we have already joined with half inch. Let's join it together with the upper part. All I'll do is to fold this and get the midpoint. Go ahead to stitch with half inch. So next we'll be stitching the back pattern. So for the back pattern, I added half inch on top, so I'll stitch with half inch at the upper part and at the sides. Now after stitching, remember we also joined the back pattern, so what I'll do is to join it with the upper part, and I will add a zipper to it. Now after adding a zipper, I'll go ahead to pin the front and the back. Now we are going to shape the dress. Now I marked out my chest line. After my chest line, my bust line is 1 inch after my chest line, which I'll mark. So now I'll place my tape at that point at my bust, mark my under bust, and then go ahead to mark my waistline. Now you now notice that my waistline will now go up by ½ inch, right? Now after marking that, at the upper part I'll place my tape. Now what I have here is 18.5 and my bust is 33 inches. 33 inches divided by 2 will give you 16.5. Now if I take out 16.5 from 18.5, I have 2 inches. I'll mark 1 inch here, place my tape, and now mark my 16.5 inch here. Now after marking that, I'll go over to the under bust of this dress. Next measurement is my under bust. I'll place my tape, and what I have here is 17 inches. My under bust is 28 inches divided by 2 will give me 14. So if I take out 14 from 17, what I have is 3 inches. So that 3 inches, I'll share it 1.5 inches on both sides. So my waist and my under bust is the same measurement, which I'll just go ahead and mark the same 1.5 inches on the waistline on both sides. So from here now, I'll now go ahead to connect this all the way down. After connecting down my waistline, so when I'm going towards the hip area, I'll go in a bit. This is to get rid of any possibility of having air at the hip side of my trouser, and I'll also repeat it here. So I'll be stitching with ½ inch on both sides. Towards the hip, I'll go in to remove any bulging effect there. So I'll now, after stitching that, I'll now place this and stitch it with ½ inch all the way round to the lower part on this side. So after stitching, this is what I have. So I was supposed to actually fit the dress, but when I was doing that, the zip that I bought was not actually good, so it spoiled. So I'll be showing you the dress on the mannequin, and this is the final result. After I was done sewing, this is the final result of the dress. I had to fit it on the mannequin, although the dress was a bit small for the mannequin and I had to like pin it. So if you haven't yet subscribed, please kindly hit on the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. See you in our next video. Thanks.